Hey man, these are just some thoughts I just want to share with you. Just a vlog, you know. There's nothing like great in this video. Just normal thoughts as a friend or whatever. I'll just randomly share with you as a family man, as a husband, as a father. So the first one is about my baby, you know, my small little one, Helen. I mean, as a father, I'm always worried about her. I keep thinking, even though I'm in my own world, and what do I think about is, like for example, the other day I bought a Magnum ice cream, you know, the white with almonds. So I was teasing my baby, hey, I have ice cream and all that, and my baby, oh, she wanted to eat. So I opened it, obviously she knows that this is ice cream, and she was like, ice cream, and so she went and she extended a hand. I said, say please. So my daughter says please. So my wife says in Thai, say, you know, like please in Thai, Swadikap and Kapunkap, and Daddy, I love you. And so she says all that. So obviously we give it to her. It's pretty cute. So she holds it and she's trying to nibble into the chocolate, and you know, that hard exterior. She likes it cold and she is trying to lick it. It's so cute, you know. So then when I ask her, or my wife asks her, so she actually gives the whole ice cream to me. Then I eat little. Then she asks for it back and I give it to her. Then my wife asks for it. She gives it to my wife. And so it's always sharing, and you know. And sometimes I give mama and she gives. And sometimes I tease her by, no, I don't give her, to see her reaction. And she's always smiling, and she'll say, please, please. And then I give it to her again. So our family is like filled with love, you know. It's a very simple family. We are not filthy rich or living an expensive life, but a very happy life. But I'll tell you what my concern is. My concern is tomorrow this small little baby goes to school or nursery. I'm worried because, you know, like for example, if she's eating something and some baby grabs it and takes it, and she doesn't know how to ask for it back. She'll just say please, please, and if the baby doesn't give her, then if she cries, you know, I know it's silly, I know it's really silly. But I begin to think like, shit, she will cry, and then what will happen? And what if a baby hits her or bullies her or pushes her? So I get worried about all this, and I discuss this with my wife. What if a baby pushes her? What if 2-3 babies beat her? What if, you know, I've actually seen when she's mixing with other children, she'll be very polite, she'll be very nice. When they see her playing with a toy, she will sit down and she'll touch the toy, and they push her and she falls down. And you know, because we are are able to protect her. But I think if I'm not there, or my wife is not there, then who will be there for her? And that is one of the reasons why I've not put her in a nursery, I've not put her anywhere, because she doesn't know how to talk. She still has to learn how to talk. She communicates with broken words, but she can't say someone push me, or mommy I want this. She just say juice, or she say ice cream, you know. Like just now what had happened was, you know, she has this slide. If you see my videos, you know my baby has a slide. You know, few days ago my baby had put her leg, and her leg had got stuck in the slide, and she was screaming. You know, she had put the slide at the side, and there's this hole where, you know, just for safety, for holding it with your hand, but she put her leg instead. So she couldn't pull out the leg, and she was screaming and crying in pain, and we were in 2 different directions, and we came running, and I pulled it out. Just now, before I make this video, my baby had put her hand inside. We closed all the openings, the holes of the slide. There was one which was to grab, to climb up. She put her palm there, and then when she tried to pull it out, obviously it was a little stuck. So she was crying and screaming. I came running out to check, and as soon as I saw that, obviously I helped her out. Now the thing is, she doesn't know how to talk. She and so that's all. She makes all this. Sometimes she says mummy, sometimes she says papa, but it's not frequent. So as a father, I'm kind of concerned because as a child I was bullied. As a child I was beaten, pushed around, hit, beaten, and I never told my parents about it. I used to always endure quietly. So that's what I'm worried about, So basically what I'm thinking is maybe one thing is for sure, only after she starts talking and she can communicate, I'll put her in a nursery. Others she's going to learn from here only. That's one. Because I have to know if she is being treated well by the teacher, by the elders, because I've seen enough and more videos where the teachers hit and beat and kick small children. Some of them sexually abuse small children. I'm very particular about this. That is why I do not let any man, no matter how close you are to me, you're not going to touch my daughter. You're not going to put her on your lap and hug her and keep your fucking paws off my daughter. Because I got molested and raped by my uncle, who was supposed to be a very good man who I looked up to. But you can't stop the evilness, the twisted mind of people. So I've literally seen when some boys and girls, they drive on the scooter and they have small children, they're literally fondling them, and you see it, you just keep quiet because it's not your child. You can't do anything about it. What the fuck can you do? They'll claim that, I never did it, and so sometimes you have to keep quiet. And this is the reality of our world today, where grown men have this mental sickness and sexual fantasies for children. So that's one. The second thing which I wanted to share with you, through this video, was my wife just telling me thank you. Not thank you. She was, I took her out to eat food. You see my previous video when we ate the barbecue. And she was like, I'm so happy. We are so lucky. We have a beautiful family. We are so happy together. And she keeps telling me, ours is such a beautiful family. We are so happy. But, here's the funny thing. I never take it for granted. I'm never like, yes, we are so happy. I'm pretty sure you must have seen these Hollywood movies, or you must have seen YouTube videos where families walking together. I've seen this. This is one Japanese video. Father, the mother, 3 children, and he's holding a baby, and they're walking on the road. This is a street camera. They're walking on the road. They're happy. They're hugging. Actual real footage. Suddenly, a driver of a mini truck comes and rams them, and you'll see all of them flying in different directions, and I don't know what happened to them. You see people driving and an accident and car overturns, and you hear of a tsunami or a flood or an accident. People went on a holiday. Anything can happen. Sometimes I think, okay, I'm walking, coconut falls on my head and I die. Car comes and whacks me, or I just go out driving the scooter, and one guy, it has happened on the roads of Koh Samui, where I stay. There was this female, she's on the footpath. Okay, just imagine the footpath. She has parked a scooter at the side. This is the road. This is the, pavement. And she's there. So she's totally safe. Now this lady was pregnant with a baby. And guess what? A pickup truck from not the road lost control from the road, went on top of the pavement, smashed into her. so violently that her womb got ripped open. The baby got half dead baby, half, the baby that was unborn got ripped out. The lady died, the baby died. And they actually had photographs until Facebook, I think, took it down. Very graphic. You could see the... I've seen so many of these accidents on YouTube. In fact, sometimes with my wife, I sit and watch these videos where you can just search road accidents, all that. You'll see people with their GoPro, or you'll actually see accidents. Someone hits a motorbike and the family goes flying off. So the point I'm trying to tell you is there's not a day that goes by where I think, what if I died? What if my wife died? I mean, if I died, how will my wife manage? She is a rice farmer. And if my wife died, how will I take care of this baby? 24/7 my wife is with this baby. To get another mother, from where will I get a wife who will accept this baby? Will that woman love this baby as much as my wife loves the baby? You can get cancer, you can get tumor, you can get... anything can fucking happen here. I know people say, hey Loy, don't think negative, and you just don't know what the fuck happens. I mean, think, okay, in India, the flash floods, in Texas, the electricity not working and people dying of cold, protests. There was one guy from our school who went to USA. Parents are so happy, dream come true. He got a job in a multinational company, and he was working in a petrol station to make ends meet, just to have work experience. One guy came and took the gun and shot him and said, you took our jobs. Just shot him. The poor boy, he didn't do anything. So I even read this story whereby this family was in the house, this robber came, he wanted to rob, he took one bag which he thought was filled with money, and as going out, he by mistake, gun went off, shot the father, only to find out that the money that he took was hardly some less than $100. Was it worth it? Now the husband is dead. This guy is going to be jailed for his whole life. So this is not me trying to be negative, man. But this is me thinking of the realities of life. My wife says, oh, we are so happy, we are such a... I remind my wife of all these realities. I tell my wife, we don't know what will happen. I have, on my last 2 years ago, on my birthday, I got food poisoning by eating this crabs and prawns harmlessly. I couldn't breathe. I was about to die on my birthday. And my wife just sat with the baby in the ward. She didn't know what to do. And she was telling me that when you're lying there just lifeless, like almost like lifeless, I was thinking, what would I do? How will I take care of the baby? Where will I go? My wife's father died just this December. They were supposed to go, after 1 week they were supposed to go, and all of them were supposed to be together. He just died. We just got the call, he's dead. Huh? Everyone was like, what? Nobody could believe it. Man, just imagine, just 1 day before, just the night before, we were talking on camera, hey, how are you? Hey, everything fine. Next day he's dead, his lifeless body. And then he was cremated, burnt, and they only got ashes of his and bones. Even today my wife says, I can't believe that I just spoke to my father a few days ago and he's no more. See, I'm sorry if I'm coming across negative, but these are the realities of life that at least I think day and night. Day and night. That's why when my wife says, oh, I'm so happy and this and that, I smile, but I'm always thinking, if I'm not there, who will be there for my baby? Nobody will. That's why whenever I drive with a scooter, whenever I drive, I'm always front, back, left, right, thinking 100 times. Because you don't know what the fuck is gonna happen, man. Life is so fucking crazy, you know. So fucking crazy. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know your thoughts. These are just random thoughts of life, death, and being a father, being a husband, and whatever. We are just getting older. All I can tell you is we are getting older and we are no longer invincible. That's as far as I've known. And that keeps you humble, that keeps you grounded. And that makes you realize, never let anything go to your head. You don't know when is going to be your last day. And after that, you are in the grave. Game over. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know your thoughts. Once again, this is me signing off. Take care, guys.